Anthony William, the medical meeting right here. Told you I'd be here. Facebook Live, that's right. Liver Rescue, reading out of it. Autoimmune symptoms, autoimmune conditions, diseases, the diagnoses that everybody's getting with autoimmune, all of it. I'm going to talk about that right out here. Liver Rescue, we're doing that, so I'm excited to be here. Love you guys. It's exciting. So what everybody has to understand with autoimmune is that it relates to something. There is answers to it, because when you go out looking for answers, you really don't get the answers you need. When you're looking for answers with anything, it's basically one thing. Your body's attacking itself. That's the answer you get in the end. It's unbelievable. And if you're dealing with any kind of diagnosis, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, Crohn's disease, colitis, right? Rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, whatever it is, if you ask the doctor who's giving you a diagnosis, whether it's multiple sclerosis, even Lyme disease now, you're getting a diagnosis, it's your body is attacking itself. So your body is actually going after itself, or your immune system's trying to destroy your for instance, for eczema psoriasis, your immune system's destroying your skin. Hashimoto's thyroiditis, your immune system's destroying the thyroid. You know, this is what we're told. Don't get confused by this, okay? Just going by what we're told. So we get told all those different things. Same thing with colitis. Our immune system is actually inflaming the inner lining of the colon. So that's what we're told. And it's not accurate, though. So you have to know that this is really an important part of healing, because when you're dealing and struggling with autoimmune symptoms like weakness of the limbs, burning skin, aches and pains, migraines, brain fog, anything, hair falling out, whatever it is that you're dealing with an autoimmune condition, whether it's weight gain and different, pain all over the body. So many people are suffering in so many ways. Optic neuritis can give people so many different problems with the eyes. You see, then there's floaters. You see black spots in the eyes, white spots in the eyes, ringing in the ears, dizziness all the time. There's people walking around with balance issues. It's unexplainable by science and research, and then you get an autoimmune diagnosis, whether it's multiple sclerosis or whatever it is. No matter what you're dealing with, what happens is there is a real true cause. There's real true causes, but we're never given that information. So we never get that help that we need to that degree. We go to doctor, neurologist to neurologist, specialist to specialist, GP to GP, whatever we do, we're going back and forth. So many people are, and you're getting all this blood work, which I'm going to explain in detail a little bit better about blood work. And we're getting all that done. So in the end, somebody can tell us that our body's attacking itself. So somebody could say, well, it's your immune system. It's basically attacking your thyroid, and that's what your Hashimoto's is. Or it's your immune system. It's basically attacking your skin. That's what the eczema psoriasis and everything. So no matter what you're dealing with, whether it's celiac, RA, lupus, Lyme disease, rheumatic fever, sarcoidosis, pandis, scleroderma, Sjogren's disease, whatever it is, I can go on and on. You know the different ones that are out there, because you probably know a friend with something, or you're dealing or struggling with autoimmune in some way. And when you're dealing with all of that, it's hard enough to get through the day. It's hard enough for people to get out of their bed, to get off the couch. People are suffering and they're struggling. You guys know, you probably know someone, or you're even someone dealing with it right now. And then to be told that the body's attacking itself on top of it is really salt in the wound. It's really sand in the eyes. That's what makes it really hard, and even harder, because how do you have a chance to heal if you're not even given a chance, or even mentally and emotionally with the body? Here's how it works. It's an old theory. It's an old theory back in the 1950s, when nobody knew what was causing all the different symptoms and conditions, and they still don't know now. So it's an old theory that the body was attacking itself, because it took science and research off the hook for a very long time, but puts you on the hook because it's your fault now. It's your body's fault, or it's your genes. All misinformation that's still here today, plaguing people as it goes. And then here's the other problem with autoimmune. People dealing with autoimmune and visiting doctors get a tremendous amount of blood work drawn. I'm going to go into detail about this a little bit better. And when they get blood work drawn, it's constant. It's 10 vials here, 15 vials here. I've seen people get 26 vials drawn in one sitting, one blood test. 8 vials, 10 vials. Oh, come back 2 weeks, get another 15 vials. And even if it's every month or every 2 months, getting another 15 vials, whatever it is, 12 vials. And this is how it works. And the problem is, is when you're dealing with autoimmune, you're dealing with some things going on inside the body. You're dealing with a weakened immune system for a reason, not an immune system that's attacking you, not an immune system that's attacking your own body. You got an immune system that's trying to attack a pathogen. All autoimmune conditions and symptoms stem from a couple of things, and they stem directly inside the liver. It's all about liver rescue. I'm reading liver rescue right now. I have it in front of me, sitting right in front of me, just so you know. So I'm just eyeballing it, going through here, the whole bit. So the liver harbors pathogens, viruses, plus toxins. So the immune system's already in a weakened state for so many people dealing with autoimmune conditions and symptoms. And because your immune system is busy protecting you, not harming you, it's busy protecting you. So it's actually doing its job. It's not attacking your thyroid, it's not attacking your skin, it's not attacking your kidneys, it's not attacking anything. It's going after a virus. If you have type 1 diabetes, your body's not attacking your pancreas. Your immune system is going after a virus. I talk about that in the diabetes section in Liver Rescue. There's so many different conditions and illnesses inside Liver Rescue for you guys to really learn about how it works. So with all the different, and I see some of you asking questions about different autoimmune conditions and stuff like that. Yes, this all classifies under this 100%. So when the body is actually trying to protect you, going after a pathogen, working for you, it's in a weakened state as it is, okay? And then you're going to doctor, and they're just pulling blood work left and right. And do you know what goes inside that blood when they're pulling it out? It's your immune system. It's your white count, your lymphocytes, basophils, monocytes, neutrophils. It goes on and on and on. All of your white count gets pulled out of that blood, and that's what they do. They literally like drain the blood out of people as they're trying to heal. And the reason why you think it's really, really important that they're doing all this, of course, but they're throwing it all away. They use a speck of it. I know, I talk to lab technicians in blood labs. I talk to geneticists. I talk to the lab technicians. I talk to doctors. I talk to surgeons all over the country that know me. And they waste blood. And then when you have the autoimmune conditions, when you're dealing with fibromyalgia, which is Epstein-Barr, when you're dealing with Hashimoto's, which is Epstein-Barr, when you're dealing with chronic fatigue syndrome, which is Epstein-Barr, that's just one virus. There's other viruses like HHV6. There's other viruses like the shingles virus. They all sit inside the liver. They all cause problems, and they feed off of toxins, which we're going to go into next. But when you're dealing with all of these different pathogens that are inside of us, creating colitis, creating eczema, psoriasis, creating all this stuff, right? That science and research doesn't even have their finger on. They're not even focused on it. They're not even looking at it. In fact, just recently, they're just starting to focus on the Epstein-Barr being linked to some of these conditions because of the work we have been doing in the books and the work I've been doing over the years, putting that information out there. It forced them to try to look, but they still are not even actually saying, okay, this is the cause or this is the cause yet. Because what happens is it'll give you answers, real answers, and it'll take the eye off the ball again about the body attacking itself, because it's an old grandfathered law that's paid for and bought in and locked in. And what happens is it gets us in trouble. So here's how it works. You're in the blood lab, your blood labs are taking your blood, you're getting your blood drawn at the doctor's office continuously, your white count's going completely out, and it weakens us more while we have talked to your doctor. I always say this with autoimmune. Say, what's the minimum amount of blood you can take in this visit? What's the minimum amount of vials? Can we space them out a little more often? Can I protect my white count and my immune system while it's trying to protect me and trying to stop a virus that's causing Hashimoto's, Crohn's, it's causing colitis, that's causing all these conditions, eczema, psoriasis, that's causing sarcoidosis, scleroderma, lichen sclerosis, vitiligo, that's causing all these different conditions. Can at least protect my immune system? Can we at least protect me? And ask your doctor to do that. So your doctor's not drawing out 15 vials every month and then throwing it away. And it's very important. It's not the doctor's fault. It's not how it works. It's just the way the system works. It's just looking out to protect you guys. Look, the bottom line is, if someone's not looking out for you, if someone's not protecting you, if someone doesn't have your back a little bit, at least a little bit, so that you don't think your body's destroying itself, so you know the truth that your body's actually going after a pathogen that's creating all your symptoms, your tingles and numbness, your vertigo, your tinnitus, your balance issues, your eye issues, your pain a whole bit. My throat's a little dry from talking so fast. So I just want to make sure that you do have an ally and you do know that you can get help and there are answers. So let's go into what causes autoimmune. It stems in the liver, it starts in the liver, it's deep in the liver, and it's pathogens, it's viruses that sit inside the liver. And then the other thing you need, because there's two things you need toxins. You need things like toxic heavy metals. So let's go into the colitis is mercury with a virus, So that's how it works. Eczema psoriasis is Epstein-Barr with copper. So that's how it works. Vitiligo, Epstein-Barr with aluminum. So you have to have aluminum in your liver. You have to have copper in the liver. You have to have mercury in the liver to create illnesses because that feeds viruses. It feeds pathogens. And then the pathogens release toxins. They release methyl toxins. They release neurotoxins, actually definitively neurotoxins. These neurotoxins are filled with metals, are filled with chemicals, are filled with poisons. They float around through the body and they create different autoimmune symptoms, completely derailing science and research. So science and research didn't even know about any of this. And that's the sad part. And science and research is so advanced in so many areas, and it's so sad in chronic illness that they're not advanced. The bottom line is become an expert, learn how to protect yourself, learn how to heal with autoimmune, learn what to do. So here's the deal. When it comes down to the liver, when you heal the liver, when you clean it up and you work on it, autoimmune gets better. And people accidentally do that indirectly. They get off of processed foods, they start eating better, they start exercising a little more, they start doing things if they can, if their autoimmune condition isn't stopping them from exercising, and they start to move more, they start to change things around. Maybe they go to see a good doctor, the doctor's getting them on some supplements, and then they start seeing some benefits. They start seeing some improvement, but that's not the answer. That's not entirely the answer. All that is accidentally, indirectly helping out the liver. You got to do more than that. You got to know more than that. You got to get into that liver, clean it up. I offer the recipes. I offer the 369 cleanse for the liver. I offer the way to go so that you can actually detox the liver, get metals out of the liver, get pesticides, get herbicides, get fungicides, get all the different troublemakers that are inside the liver out of the liver, get the DDT that's inside everybody's liver out so it doesn't feed pathogens, and then you can go into the supplement section, into the illnesses, the condition section, and you see autoimmune. I know you can't see this, it's probably backwards, but you see autoimmune, disorders, conditions, diseases, all the different supplements. You got the cat's claw, you got everything else in here, and the dosages, and you go to your doctor, you go to your good doctor, you go to your MD, or whoever you have is your trusted, loyal doctor, practitioner who cares about you, who's compassionate about you, and does really care because there's so many amazing doctors out there. You go to them and you say, look, what supplements can I take out of this? What can I do? Like, how do you like these dosages? And you'll get some really brilliant, amazing doctors out there that'll be like, I love this. You can do this, or hey, whatever here. And so just do something like that because it's so powerful. It's really important. Another thing too, it's a recipe book also in here. So a recipe book. So that's the thing too, like a lifestyle of how to heal the liver and how to do it right. And the thing is that it's not hard to do. It's really just spelled out in here, and you take it one day at a time. I know you guys are struggling. I know anybody with autoimmune is struggling, and I get it completely. And I just did a live on bloating yesterday. And bloating is a struggle all on its own. And bloating is a symptom of early problems to liver issues. And weight gain, another one, a symptom of early problems to liver issues. And I want you to know that there are answers to getting the weight off. There are answers to get the bloating down. There are answers to get the autoimmune issues down and all the different symptoms you guys are dealing with. There are ways of doing it. We get into the liver. It stems all there. So I just want to say this, that everything originates in the liver. Every different condition and disease, except for injury itself, starts in the liver. Science and research hasn't scratched the surface in the liver. The liver, there's so much information, 500 pages of information right here. This is decades ahead of what's out there now. lock down a copy when you can so you're not waiting. I'm nervous about people waiting. I get nervous about that. When you're struggling with a condition and you want to start something right away and you want to start doing something right away, but it's not, the resource isn't there, I get nervous. So lock down a copy if you can. Go to the bookstore. You head to the bookstores. Just go there and make sure you lock down a copy, whatever. Go to Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. I love you guys. I care about you guys. Take one day at a time. Get through your day the best you can. I know you guys work hard on it with the autoimmune and the symptoms and conditions, and I'm so sorry you're struggling. Let's work on this together. Let's get the answers in our hand. Let's start healing. Take care, and I'll see you on the next live. I promise we're going to do some more of these pop-up lives and surprise lives and everything else, and we'll take it from there. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.